Today, Chicago has released their 38th studio album, which certainly makes me smile. It'll definitely be worth a listen. And remind you of the old days. Chicago is still touring strong after forming in the late 1960s and still have some of their original band members. As a fan of the band and film music, and let's face it,
anything from Chicago is usually pretty good.
But really,
Chicago kicks ass.
And they ain't your average street player. I thought today I would celebrate their new album release with their influence on film music. While I typically look at orchestral film music, let's take a sidestep and see just how present Chicago is in film. Well, to start, the perfect song that suits me after that introduction and all those puns, Hard to Say I'm Sorry, is probably the song that started the 80s power ballads for Chicago. It was released in 1982 and was their second song to hit #1, and it oddly enough features 3 members of Toto in it as well.
Everybody needs a little time away, I heard her say. From each other, even lovers need a holiday.
Originally written as a song for Kenny Rogers, You're the Inspiration appeared on Chicago 17 in 1984 and was later re-recorded by Peter Cetera in the 90s. Like many songs featured in this video, it's a soft rock 80s ballad, and these uses end up being kind of an on-the-nose cliche style of love moment.
Wow, you really prepared for this.
Fair.
You know our love was meant to be, and I want you here with me. You're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. I wanna have you near me. I wanna have you hear me say yeah.
Whoa, how'd that get in here? Released on their second album, Chicago, yeah, their first album was titled Chicago Transit Authority, and this one Chicago, and then the next one was Chicago 3, only a little bit confusing. But 25 or 6 to 4 saw moderate success, but mostly found its way all over marching bands. For some reason was passed up for the movie Drumline though. I mean, come on, they used In the Stone by Earth, Wind and Fire, but nothing by Chicago? Even the sequel, which no, do not watch it, it's bad. It had September, more Earth, Wind and Fire, but no Chicago. Freaks and Geeks even paved the way for you. Anyway, I'm only aware of one movie with 25 or 6 to 4, but it did appear in a few TV shows.
I don't know if that's the right move.
It's our only move. And
how could I do this list without Color My World? That one song you couldn't go to a prom or a wedding in the 70s without hearing. Even Frank Sinatra wanted in if they added a second verse, but the writer, James Pankow, actually declined.
Jane Abbott.
Miss Jane Abbott.
Time goes on, I
I'm actually quite excited to include this song. Originally just written by Bill Champlin for Days of Thunder, they requested to have horns added and be released under the band Chicago for better marketing. Unfortunately, it's one of those cases where you probably never knew it was in the movie because it only appeared in this scene.
I'm an idiot. I don't have the vocabulary. Well, might have to get one out.
While that's cool and all, I do have to give a shout out to this guy. No joke, that's my dad. Being the first #1 song for the group on the Billboard Top 100, it's no surprise that If You Leave Me Now ended up in movies. It also features horns, so I have no idea why they didn't keep one around, but I mean, hey guys, I know a horn player that would love to join ya! Anyway, this song was first released on Chicago 10 in 1976.
It starts raining, right? And I'm not talking about regular rain. It was like torrential downpour.
If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, girl, baby, please don't go.
If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me.
Ooh, no, I just want you to stay.
Probably the most well-known song from the first album, Does Anybody Really Know What Time It Is, was written by Robert Lamb and actually opened with a piano solo. This solo was cut from later releases and is probably why it's not as well known. The opening fanfare, according to Wikipedia, is this. No sources are listed, and that makes no sense, especially since it's in a straight 4 until the 5/8 piano section at the end of the intro. I've tried searching for proof of this progression, but came up empty-handed. But anyway, I found it in these two movies.
I love this song.
One of the first songs to really lift the band up in the charts, Saturday in the Park, was written by Robert Lamb after witnessing some events in Central Park during the recording of Chicago 3. The stories are not clear among the band members, so I'll kinda leave it there, but this song was not released until Chicago 5. The Italian lyrics referenced a song E Compadre by Julius La Rosa in 1953.
Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare, chi si suona un friscaletto.
The next few words are not very clear in the original release, and the sheet music for the song was also never clear. However, the live performance recorded in 1972, the lyric clearly is Ci vo suonare. And that makes sense, as it completes the first line of the song by Julius La Rosa mentioned before.
Would you like to try some kielbasa, Canchar Farms, nitrate free?
Turn to the left.
To close us out, I want to give an honorable mention to The Glory of Love. Written by Peter Cetera shortly after leaving Chicago and written for The Karate Kid Part 2, it's very much in the same style as the 80s ballads by Chicago, and even has some horn lines in it at the end, causing a bit of confusion where audiences thought it actually was Chicago. Chicago did release If This Is Goodbye ahead of the newest album release, and it definitely caused some confusion as many fans thought this was the band actually saying goodbye. However, they did clarify it that they are feeling stronger every day. Okay, since we have that track pun, it was in The Resident. But I mean, they could have also said We Could Last Forever. Sorry, making all these puns is a hard habit to break. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Anyway, this video was obviously made prior to the album's release, and I look forward to listening to it. So, thank you, Chicago, for a lifelong journey of music, from big man numbers to whatever Drug 25 or 6 to 4 is about. I can listen to you night and day, taking on the hot streets from the Nashville sessions to now. I know you all were definitely born for this moment. Thank you.